I saw it from three perspectives simultaneously. It was as though I was looking through my own eyes, experiencing it again as I first had, and then I was experiencing it through the eyes of everyone with whom I'd ever interacted.
I saw everything in my life from my birth up until the car crash when I was 22 years old. I saw everything that I had been through. I saw people who had mistreated me. I saw people that I'd had wonderful experiences with. Everything.
You feel it, you live it, it's within you. It's not just watching it with your eyes, okay? It's living it.
Go into a kind of a review of your past, right from when you're really tiny. You remember absolutely everything. You feel instantly all the effects that any action I had on another person. You just literally felt everything.
Stopping and looking up to my left, and I saw this panoramic view of my life. It was just like...
כל דבר שעשיתי וכל דבר שאמרתי, הכל היה מתועד וראיתי הכל, והאור צפה יחד איתי בתמונות. זה היה כביכול סרט תלת-ממדי שאני הרגשתי את עצמי נמצאת בתוכו, ומצד השני הרגשתי את עצמי צופה בו.
פרק זמן שאובייקטיבית היה באמת מאוד 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 קצר, אני פתאום הרגשתי שאני רואה את מה שאף פעם לא האמנתי שבכלל יכול לקרות, קרה או עשוי לקרות. זה שלרגע באמת ראיתי תמונות של ההיסטוריה של החיים שלי עד גיל 21, רצות, מהר, באמת דומה לסרט, בצבעים מאוד חיים, וככה זה נמשך, וזה היה מדהים. אני ראיתי את הדברים בצורה מאוד מאוד חיה.
עכשיו שוב, ברגע שאני נכנסת לתוך האור, אני מבינה שזה לא רק אור, זה לא סתם אור כמו שאנחנו מכירים בעולם הזה שלנו. האור היה כל כך חזק ומסנבר ובהיר, שהוא פשוט היה אור בלתי גבולי. אין בעולם שלנו איזשהו אור שיכול להסביר מה זה האור הזה. אין הסברים לזה במילים. כל הכוחות שהיו כלולים בתוך אותה הוויה, זה היו כוחות אינסופיים של כל דבר טוב שאנחנו מכירים. חסד אינסופי, תענוג רוחני שאי אפשר בכלל לתאר אותו. עוד אחרי שחזרתי לגוף, עד היום הזה קשה לי לקבל איזשהו תענוג, מפני ששום תענוג כאן לא יכול להשתוות לאותו התענוג.
Eva Terbeek from Holland learnt entirely new things.
Dat gevoel wat ik daar eens had, heb ik dus nooit meer gekend.
Up there is a feeling of unbelievable mutual love. I have never experienced this feeling since.
Als ze mij vragen,
but I still long for it. If you made me choose, even if my life here was really good and I had everything I could wish for, I would still, without hesitation, choose the other side, just for that feeling again.
Steek ik over en wil ik dat gevoel.
Never ever for 1 second did I regret having had the near-death experience. I feel that it was something that I needed to have in my life, and I think there's a much larger plan that we don't even know the full spectrum of, and I appreciate those I love and wanting to make the most of every moment that I have here, because none of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
קצת אחרת, לקחו אותי קצת יותר לגשמי, קצת יותר לחומר, אבל היו התעוררויות וניסיונות כאלה של הרוח לבוא לידי ביטוי, של דברים יותר עמוקים, יותר גדולים, המשמעויות. התחילו השאלות לבוא לי בראש, התחילה השאלה של מי אני באמת, ומה הייתה הכוונה של אותן ישויות מקסימות.
American child psychologist PMH Atwater specializes in children who've had these encounters. It always changes them.
After their experience is over, children invariably are more mature. they become much more adult-like. It's almost as if like they grow up.
Sometimes art can provide much-needed therapy. This painting by a Dutch woman recalls her childhood brush with death. It expresses the intense emotions of her experience.
For a child, they will many times blame themselves for the experience ending. They'll think, well, I was a bad child, or what did I do wrong? Did I say something wrong? Why did all the people go away? Why did all the light beings go away? Where are the bright ones? Did I do something wrong?
Atwater's long-term studies have shown that a high number of the children questioned were prone to drink or drug addiction later in life. A high proportion attempted suicide. Their experience has been too disturbing for them.
The number one complaint that the children made was, I lost my childhood.
We can't use the old arguments anymore. We can no longer say it's a hallucination. We can no longer say it's oxygen deprivation. We as a society are challenged to rethink what we call paranormal.
The message that they get from these kinds of encounters is that their ordinary lives are filled with purpose and meaning. Typically, a child will say to me, gosh, I learned that I have a job to do.
הייתה לי תחושה מאוד גדולה של החמצה. הרגשתי שהחמצתי את החיים שלי. ולא עשיתי, היום, אז לא ידעתי איך לחשוב את זה, אבל היום אני יודעת שלא עשיתי את השליחות שלי. לא עשיתי את השליחות של הנשמה שלי בעולם. ומאוד רציתי לחזור חזרה לתוך הגוף.
So I just have to be here, find my mission, do what I have to do, and I will never attempt suicide again. It's useless.
He says, you have to go back. And they told me I haven't learned what I'm supposed to learn. I haven't done what I'm supposed to have done.
There was a purpose, there is a grand design, and that near-death experiences are part of this whole world change, this new epic that we're coming into as a civilization. The first time in mankind's history that we can choose peace, or total destruction.
And Kate, if you had someone close to you die, do you now have
I've had several people over the last 3 years die. It doesn't mean that you don't mourn because they're not here in bodily form for you to touch and to react with, interact, but no, I know they're closer to me in that dimension. See, here we're separated little containers called bodies. In the next dimension, you understand how we are truly all one and related, and that what we do affects the whole outcome of the whole scenario of the world.
How did you get out? I was pretty much lifted up by the back of my neck and slowly, very slowly lifted out of this pit. A voice told me, you have work to do, and if you continue to live the life you are, this is where you're going to spend eternity.
As a psychiatrist, I must say that I am tremendously impressed by the impact that these experiences have on people's lives, because I'm well aware of the difficulty, not just in my patient's life, but in my life, of getting a handle on neurotic problems that we all afflict ourselves with. And when you see that with these people who are so transformed by this experience in such a rapid manner, that it is really impressive.
hellish imagery, the hellfire and brimstone.